Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'd like to go over my engine, kind of show you what's been done so far, what the plans are for it, and maybe make this look a little better. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get this thing unwrapped. I can show you a little more about what I've done so far. Alright guys, so here it is. This is a 96 Mark 8 4.6 dual overhead cam. This is pretty much the same thing as a 96 or 98 Cobra. A couple little bit different things. Pretty much the same block, the same heads, different cams. But I'll use the cams out of this engine right here. So far what I have done is I've had the block just cleaned up, hot tank, stuff like that. I just honed it out with just a ball hone and left it factory bore and everything, nothing crazy. I was initially going to run a factory piston and rod, but since I had it all machined up and everything cleaned up with a MMR style economy piston, they're a little bit better than factory, not much, just nice and clean factory style bore. And their rods, they come with ARP bolts and stuff like that, so they're a little bit better of an upgrade for just a regular 4.6. I would like eventually to supercharge this thing, like a Vortec or something like that, mainly just because of the torque, low end, stuff like that. But here, let's show you what I already had done so far. As you can see, the block is pretty cleaned up. I don't know why the Valley looks like that, but block's all cleaned up and tanked. I have the crank in already. I've had the heads hot tanked, so they look pretty much brand new all the way in. I had them reuse the valves that were already in it, just to check them, make sure the guides were good, put new seals, and just assemble the kind of a bare head. I do have this mallet on oil pan. It's a little bit bigger volume, a little bit better baffling, but pretty much factory shape and size. I will tap it right here like I was talking about for the oil drain. That's pretty much an ideal location, mainly because it's as high as possible, yet without getting in front of the crank pulley and the dampener and stuff. So far all I have mainly are the crank bearings, the rod bearings, and the piston rings. You can see I have a couple things here. Pretty much waiting on all my lower end stuff, the rods and pistons and stuff from MMR. Pretty sure at the machine shop I'm missing a freeze out plug, the oil plug here. I'm almost positive there's supposed to be a plug there. I'm going to lose a lot of oil pressure there. So I'm going to check the other heads when I pull this engine apart. So it looks good and clean. It's a pretty good base for what I wanted to do. It's the same heads and everything is here, so it's literally just to pull this motor out and put that one in. Good and bad thing about this engine right now is that the intake, the lower intake is short runnered, so they cut the runners off inside the intake, so they're only about 5 to 6 inches inside the intake. So high end it's great, low end not so good at all, but I think with the supercharger it should be pretty good. That's down the road a little bit. I'd like to get it running, not to worry about anything, then eventually upgrade. So what I am going to do, I do have a different timing cover. You can see the timing cover down there. It's black. Don't really like that at all. Kind of get everything cleaned up. I do have brand new outlet pulleys and stuff like that. And I am going to get a new oil pump gear for the new motor. Just a factory style replacement. Just make sure I have no issues. All right, so I get these heads pulled off. We'll give a better look at, see what the block looks like, and the inside of the combustion chamber and the head and stuff. All right, so here's the block. I am going to clean up this deck. I'm pretty sure I asked them to deck the block just minimal as they could, but obviously they didn't. The boards look pretty good. They came out real nice. You can see a little bit of rusting on the top here. It's just where the piston sat. Don't really have any issues with the block. It all checked out. The heads look amazing. It's weird seeing something brand new from '96. Did a valve job. Just make sure I don't have any issues. Everything's pretty much factory valves. And I think he had to replace a couple guides, but nothing crazy. New seals, of course. New valve seals. I would like to get head studs just in case I ever wanted to upgrade this engine, but I might just go factory bolts for right now, because if I do upgrade, I probably will do better head gaskets anyway. Pretty much everything's just gonna be a factory refresh. I'm only trying to make about 400 or so, and that's pretty easy with about 6 to 8 pounds of boost on these engines. Alright guys, so that's about it for today. I'd like to go ahead and get my bearings and pistons and stuff ordered from MMR. Go ahead and get this thing assembled. I hate to go ahead and pull this engine out, mainly because I'd like to be able to at least have it mobile while I'm working on it till the very end when I get the engine in. Let me know what you think about the parts I'm wanting for this engine. Mainly the head bolts. Is it worth go ahead and spend the extra money or stick with factory? I think for the power levels I'm trying to make right now, the head bolts obviously will work, but any in the future, you never know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, give me a like, drop a comment. I really like y'all's input on this, and stay tuned for more content.